Welcome back. It's JAWSMUNCH here, and we're going to be taking a look at a Beyond All Reason video where Duffy critiques some of my gameplay styles and gives me some suggestions for improvement. I've actually learned a lot from the critique that he gave me here, and I hope that you guys learn some new things as well. If you guys take some of these suggestions and try to implement them, I'm sure you will have a lot of success in some of your games. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. And if you do, be sure to subscribe and like the video.
Hello.
Welcome, Duffy. Welcome to my show. So today we're going to be checking out a game, and Duffy's going to help me review one of my games I had from a couple days ago and give some tips on what I can do to improve myself over time. And try to reach his apex of 35 to 57 OS that he's reaching for. All right, let's go ahead and start the replay.
Right. First thing I see of you, man, is you're building wind.
Oh, wait, what? Are you serious? That can't be true.
First thing is, on Glitters, you want to go triple mets into solar.
Every time?
Yeah, it's just better because you can see right now you're gonna stall. You're stalling. This is why you should have gone into a solar.
Okay.
Also, you're blocking your commander in.
Alrighty. So, rather it would be better to build my buildings behind me or something?
Yeah. One of the main... Yeah. You should probably build behind you is best because push commander draws.
No, I get that. Yeah. And most of the time I will... I mean...
Yeah.
Depending. I've been doing a lot more pushing with my commander than I have been known for in the past. I'll definitely say that. So
yeah, okay, that's good.
Now you should be proud here because look at how much wind I'm building.
Yes,
because wind is OP, and even if it stalls, you just do more, right?
Yes. Very efficient layout, I have to say.
So what do you think of two constructors right off the bat?
I play grunts quartets game, so I'm normally one grunt into two cons anyway.
Okay.
So a bit greedy, but it works. So
I think that energy storage might have been a little premature.
No, you don't have the metal for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It might have been better just to push my comm up earlier instead. Because you can see Jayashi's already got 2 mexes down and his comm's almost to the front.
I actually think you going into that wind farm is a bit ambitious. Well, you should have probably sent your first 2 cons collecting mexes, then gone 5 pawns if needed, and go into another 2 cons, because now you're metal starved. You can see that.
Yeah, I guess also one thing I didn't expect is for wind to be producing 60 or 16 energy the whole time, because usually I don't have that much luck with wind, but I do guess maybe it was a little bit much.
Yeah, I always you should always set a con with your first turret, then walk your cons to get all your messes. It's just a bit more efficient that way.
So then you don't recommend energy scaling at all for a while?
I do. So I normally have my con to about 1 minute 20 down. Then after that you can scale from that. You have a bit more metal too.
Okay.
So you can see Joel Shy. He has made about 500 more metal than you, because he pushed his cons out straight away.
Metal excess, metal produced. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Otherwise it's a good time when you go thugs. So what you are doing.
Yeah, the mace Rocco mix. What do you think? What do you think of my combination that I have in my factory? I got 2 Lazarus, 2 mace, 2 rocket.
That is a nice combo. 6 units, 2 reses are nice.
And a couple pawns as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, in hindsight here, playing a little bit more aggressive in T1 might have been better, I think.
Especially if you can cut off those 2 exits, meaning it'll be a 2v1, meaning mid's much easier to push.
Right, so just like pushing into canyon to the point where I'm like cutting off both canyon players from even
pushing
their
out, yeah.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 of their mexes, being able to deny those as well.
I mean, even pushing to the first mess and cutting off
the 3.1 or whatever
if you
it
can
is.
see my screen, so if
Yeah.
you can cut this off and cut this off, that means you'll have 2 players here.
Okay.
Meaning it's a lot easier to push mid.
Yeah, so Josh could make some more aggressive plays on his side as well.
Yeah. But if you can get further than that, that would be good.
Yeah, because oftentimes, like in lower OS games, I'll just like eco scale to the max, you know, kind of like go nuts and then wait for T2, and then like do some aggressive play T2, and then scale more and then go T3. But I guess that probably has diminishing returns in higher OS games, I think.
Yeah, I like how you've moved your pawns over to Joel Shy's side, Joshy's side.
Yeah, it's just because I didn't feel like I needed them, you know, because I'm walled off there. I wanted to be at least available for if they were having troubles.
So yeah, my opinion, especially in the like even versing low OS people, so these are 2 Chev. They'll normally just defend their lane. What means you can wall off and just go straight mid, and they'll try to push out, but they normally can't do much.
Okay, yeah, play more aggressive with the units I have, which I guess I don't really have that much of an army built yet. I mean, how many maces do I even have? I've played really defensively, I think, here, which is kind of silly.
Have you? Yeah, you paid eco.
Yeah,
you did. Cool.
Yeah, it should have almost. Oh, I was late in getting it. That's why. I think I paid him a while ago. Yeah, that was my second ping telling him that I paid.
I see that you have 2 contarts at the front. You could eat your back lab and put that lab on the front.
That's actually an interesting theory. So if you're if you're winning front, is there any negative to doing that?
If you're winning front, like it's not as much as being a negative. It's being able to change your build order faster.
Okay.
So say they're now making maces. Oh no, let's say they're making centurions. I can eat my lab and go pounders to counter, and those pounders will be at the front straight away, and I won't get destroyed in the next 2 minutes when they walk up.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
it's basically.
And I should have read the map more. I mean, honestly, like Joash is totally shredding the map here, and he's broken all the front lines. I could have assisted a lot here, and instead I'm just chilling my biscuits the whole time.
Yeah, so whenever you wall off like that, you should just pork up and go mid.
Sure.
No. MVP, you've dropped OS.
Sorry guys, I'm not paying attention to chat. You're gonna learn from Duffy and not me. Welcome in, MVP. What up, Pink?
Yeah, now
Vehicle
you're pushing.
bang.
That's good.
Yeah, it's especially because there was a commander down there. I wanted to help get that metal up.
Got some AFK res bots in the back. Oh, look, they're moving now.
Why is your commander leaving? Oh, I think I'm just bringing him back for build power because I wanted to continue to scale my mexes, and I was just going to use him for BP since there wasn't like a heavy danger in my location back there.
Yeah. But you Joe's pushed up and you just have a bunch of sitting units. You could have pushed that in and actually broken them.
Wait, say that again?
So that you have what? You got 10 thugs, 8 rockets. If you push that when Joe was pushing, you could have actually pushed through that.
We've broken through everything and helped instead of just chilling. Yeah, that does make sense.
He actually has a good point.
Make fusion before that T2 lab as long as you're safe.
Yeah.
I've actually been I've changed my opinion on that. I used to do that, but I'm not sure that I like that play anymore. Just because I only usually have one con, and using all that metal to get mexes upgraded. I don't know, like I do, I guess, go immediately into fusion after the factory, but you would think going fusion first is better.
So when your front's is stable, man, you can get your fusion up about 10-11 minutes. What is good?
So you got plenty of e-storage and good T1 eco. You could rush spiders and win fast, but you make lab to make fusion, so no point. Make the lab to make units to kill stuff to reclaim. Okay, that makes sense.
You're also upgrading Red's eco.
I know, but I want Red to succeed. That was kind of like my theory behind that. I'm like, yeah, Red's, you know, got stuff going too. I'll help him on his way since I'm on my way. I guess, I don't know. It was also probably mostly misclick on my part. I just did like an area mex and I got one of his mexes in there.
Yeah. I know I'm very greedy, but like, yeah.
But yeah, going spiders probably would have been a good play. Lazy area mechs is fine. I do it too. I just want to get my aphis farm started, guys. That's the whole point in everything that I do, is just getting my aphis farm. My greedy little plans I have.
Yeah. I still don't like how you're just sitting all your units
Yeah.
on behind a wall.
Yeah. Wasn't the point to boost mexes? Largely yes. I mean, it depends. Sometimes I have them boost mexes, sometimes I just have them boost buildings of value, but yeah, either way.
So you're actually going into triple
Fusions.
triple fusion. Instead of doing that, you should go into one fusion.
Okay.
One aphis, because you're not gonna make units in that time.
One fusion into one aphis.
Yeah, you have 3 auto queued up, and you're not making units in the meantime.
So wait, is one fusion? So one fusion's enough to make an aphis
Yeah.
without like heavy stall?
You're making what, 100 metal a second?
Because I've heard a lot of people say they like having more fusions first off the bat.
So, the thing about fusions, they're cheap in BP. They're cheap in BP, but you're gonna go struggle in like later expansion.
Right, and they don't scale quite as well, right? So, but yeah, dude's kind of irritated at me because I don't have any units coming out. Spread Eagle is not very happy about that. Which I guess I don't really blame him. It was very greedy of me. But they do mostly only have T1 here, so it's still not the end of the world, I would say.
I see that your canyon is dying too.
Right.
The apex.
Oh yeah, on our side, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what lost us the game, essentially. Look at that, he ends up taking out air as well. Poor guy. Not good. And then they end up pushing through my canyon side as well a little bit, but not really doing that much damage.
Yeah, you should actually pause on that aphis and probably go into tier 2 units.
Okay.
You're making more BP for the aphis now, I see. But yeah, probably into like, well, I want to say you could go into hounds, welders, and or snipers.
Mm-hmm.
You even have the eco for tier 3 if you wanted.
Even with just 3 fusion?
Yeah. Yeah, you're making roughly 4k energy on an average. what is plenty of 100 metal income.
Now, what all could I actually afford at that point? Like just Marauders, or?
But basically, but you could pump out 20 Marauders, probably save Canyon, and push your Canyon. You could choose what you wanted. And then you could eat lab into, let's say, 3 Aphis and go back into tier 3.
Would you recommend trying to scale alongside, or just leave it at 3 fusion and just pump units completely the whole time?
My opinion on that is you shouldn't eco and make units on your same con type bricks. So, like what you're doing, you should be building units, or you should be building
Eco, one or the other.
Yeah. At this point, you should be building units. But you could definitely stop making that Aphis, go probably 1 or 2 more converters, and go straight into tier 3. Yeah,
so you recommend like doing a set amount of eco, then stopping and just pumping units, see how that goes, then continue eco if you need to, and then pump units again after that, kind of like in a structured manner.
So I'm not sure if you ever watched me play eco on Isthmus. I know you hate the map, but I'll eco to the mats for 16 minutes. It's a bit different, but I'll eco to the mats for 16 minutes, and I'll stop all my eco and just pump units for 5-10 minutes. Then I'll eat my lab and I'll pump out 20 Aphis.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what you could do. So you could pump out, say, 1 Vanguard, 10 Marauders to push a Canyon back, and maybe a couple Razorbacks. Vanguard would break the paw, Razorbacks would kill the spam, and so on. Especially when you wall off, you do have the eco advantage, so doing that is quite easy.
Blue has so much stuff in Canyon, it's crazy. So much spam. What do you think of my basic defenses on my Canyon side?
Would definitely be better.
What do you recommend doing?
I normally play Quartets now, but I normally just push up with Pork and spam tactics. So.
Oh, tactical nuke spam, huh?
I go, if you watch my screen, I normally push up to here, spam a bunch of tactics here, and I normally just push mid.
Okay, so you'll put tactics right along here, and then just push mid while also like launching tactical nukes on their geothermal plants and stuff.
Yeah, it's mainly I'll build a air lab and just keep scouting them, nuking the units.
Isn't a tactical nuke like 5,000 metal or something?
Yeah, it's 1,000 metal, man.
1,000? Okay, so that's a little cheaper than I thought.
So it's 1,200. It's super cheap for what it is. Let me see if I can find a colonial first.
Now, I am also trying to have some impact on Canyon here. Obviously, it's not amazing. But there is at least some damage being done. I don't know. It's probably only, you know, there's only so much you can do with grunt spam or pawn spam, whatever.
My opinion is the AFK eco is fine. My opinion would be you separate your labs further and you scale
the BP for them a little bit more
as you go.
Yeah,
but scale your BP for your lab a lot more than your APHIS build.
okay, yeah, because but yeah, I do go really greedy into APHIS a lot of times and get that economy going sooner. You do see now I am focusing lab production a bit more.
Yeah, so the problem now is you've lost a decent chunk of your front.
Yeah, our allies kind of falling apart.
Like, you need to remember, you're spending 10,000 metal on an APHIS, where an APHIS keeping 4 Metzes is worth more than an APHIS. Because an APHIS is only worth 40 metal per second if you're converting. And Latsman.
What?
You're making flats.
Oh yeah, that's because that was a strategy I was gonna try. It's just like, what happens if I make a bazillion platypus? So this is where I'm kind of trolling. They have anti-air on them, so that's cool, but they're pretty weak. They are fast though, because this is the game I did coming right out of the grunt spam, where I still haven't shown that game yet. I'll be probably making a video on it relatively soon, but yeah, so I'm already I have a kind of trolly feel to me still, and that's kind of what's happening here. We do actually do quite a bit of damage here though, to be honest, even with platypus.
Yeah. I think you should redesign your back base.
My layout, yeah.
You can keep the APHIS stack, I don't really care about that, but definitely maybe building separately for your tier 2 lab, maybe 10 minutes in.
Okay, just building it further up and away from the rest of the economy.
Yeah,
so that I can high prioritize it if I need to and stuff.
Yeah, also you have way too much BP for your
economy scaling, yeah. But that's where I get to do more APHIS every time. Come on. Actually, it's crazy. Right now I'm overflowing metal, which is insane.
So it's actually insane. Like, I was at this point for so long, like where I just believed in more APHIS. That was when I was 20 OS, 30 OS. But you can look at Apex's build right now. He has more eco in you because he's been eating the reclaim and pushing, but his APHIS build is the exact same.
Yeah, it was like 20, let me see, 58k metal or energy, 58 energy per second.
But if you see on his front line, he's separated his eco
15.
He's separated his eco to his unit production.
Right, that does. I do see that. Interesting. And he's also building air as well. Interesting.
And all his contacts in the front line are on high priority. Meaning he's focusing on his ecos basically if he has spare metal.
That does make sense. That makes sense. Oh my goodness, look at all those units. Yeah, I think I'm definitely, I definitely see that my eco is a bit overemphasized on occasion here compared to other players, for sure. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah. So if you watch any of my Blither replays, you'll see I make basically the same as Red has. I would normally have more eco by now, but I make what 12 contacts to basically AFK eco. Means you get about an APHIS up every minute, let's say 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and everything else can go into front units and all that. Because you haven't really made any like game-changing units until now, so the Thor's a good option. But...
Right. Your Aethos build on glitters is why you are not 30 OS. It's just lazy. Now he really doesn't scale his build power for his Apex, I mean, doesn't scale his build power for his unit production.
Yeah, so right now he's making the APHIS because he's won his frontline. If you actually look on to his cannon, he's making a heap of build power right now.
Yeah.
What it looks like he'll scale to is probably just Titan spam or Thor spam.
The crazy thing is how much overflow he has too.
Yeah.
Because in a way, that's not good of him to do either. You know, he should definitely be trying to convert all of that as much as possible.
He's overflowing a bit.
We do get a decent canyon push here, but too little too late, I think. Meanwhile, back at Canyon. Good grief. Oh no. He got away. He gets the free D gun. That's unfortunate.
Something better right now with your eco would be probably just Titan spam.
Titan spam, really?
You could definitely wipe out, so let's say Hank with 4 Titans. No challenge. You could even go into, let's say, a dozen spam labs is what it looks like you're making 4. With, let's say, Vanguard's Titans, yeah. But right now you're overflowing.
Now, I've heard a lot of people say that the Titan actually isn't that great compared to the Thor. What do you think of that?
I love Titans. You look at like Titans have more HP,
Sure.
more DPS, longer range.
Wow, I didn't realize my tank just is getting evaporated there on the front line. My Thor just got shut down completely. Oh, that's gross. AFK units, not good. This guy just has so much anti-air and stuff, it's ridiculous. Apex is just holding that so well. I think he's also backed up really well by Shepard, who is cranking out a bunch of lighter T3 units at the front.
So yeah, now you're overflowing about 20 KE. So
Yeah, I don't have enough E build power. Oofda.
but yeah, at this point you do have more eco than them as a team. What's good. But you don't own a front line, so
Yeah, they're in our base, absolutely shredding us with a very heavy hold there on their side.
so if they wanted to, they could just bulk up a bit, pull back, bulk up a bit more, and just make it rag, and you guys won't be able to do anything.
I think I probably shouldn't have rushed those Thors in without doing some missiles, some of the EMP missiles. I just launched them in with nothing, which was really stupid of me.
Yeah, Behemoth is 20% HP right now. Cool. Roughly.
Yeah, they're just so strong. Yeah, I didn't realize how bad my energy Energy overflow is insane. Is there a way to see how much energy excess I've made? 389 excess energy.
But you can see on the convert bar you're overflowing 17k. Or accessing to conversion.
Right. I'm just now starting to get that fixed, but I don't think it's quick enough. Oh, this commander's dead. They see him. Hide! No! Josh, he never survived. I had a pretty big push on my canyon as well that I had to deal with from I think the Ego player. Yeah, Ego player's pumping Shivas now. I also don't have any shields up. I probably should get some shields over my energy converters at minimum.
Okay, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Put long range towers on lane what?
Oh man, that spam's just wiping out our commanders so the behemoth stays alive the whole time. It's not good. Behemoth 2 very good. Oh, he's not wrong. Look at that. That's game over right there.
So you can actually see those bulwarks there, and you're running doors into the bulwarks. You could have EMP'd the bulwarks. You see...
Oh, you're talking at this front line, yeah. Yeah, I didn't do nearly enough damage there. It was kind of just a Hail Mary of death. So my eco did scale well, but just didn't come online fast enough with like cranking units out.
Yeah, so you can easily tell your canyon players in nuclear. You could have easily pushed it,
abused that early. Yeah, that makes sense.
They say if you can cripple your canyon super early, you can grade. And then you can do so many things with that. You can help other lanes, you can help make a rag, you can push.
I want to say a special thank you to Duffy for giving me this advice. He didn't have to come on and help me out with this video at all. So I definitely appreciate that. And also, if you would like to see Duffy live, check him out on Twitch. Just look up Mr. Duffy with Beyond All Reason. He's a great player and generally a friendly guy. So definitely take a look at his channel, and I really appreciate what he did here. So we'll see you guys on the battlefield.